Last week on Street Fighter League, Team NASR hands out a vicious 3-0 thrashing of Team Bandits. We'll see if they can bounce back from that rough L. But also, we had NL finally have the chance to play his Cammy. Punk the God and the rest of Team Panda decided we're not worried about the Cammy. And clearly, it was with good reason, as Punk was able to get the victory over him and over Oil King Seth. And this week, the hits keep on coming as we have Giants going up against Team NASR, two of the best teams here up to this point, completely informed. Can't wait to see that one. And we also have Panda going up against Team Bandits. We're gonna see if Team Bandits can actually bounce back from that rough 3-0 defeat. Panda is riding high right now, but listen, the game is not played on paper. I can't wait to see how it plays out. Ladies and gentlemen, everything goes down right now this week on Street Fighter League.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. It's Street Fighter League Season 4. We're down to week number 6 already, and it's getting more and more stacked in terms of the competition. My name is Vicious here with Tasty Steve, and we got so much to go through in so little time, I feel like, because these matches are already rearing its head. It's going to be time for week 6, but let's talk about these teams right now. UIU and NASR are the returning teams. We've seen them time and time again so far in these last 2 seasons, but we got 4 new newcomers, Steve.
Yeah, we do have new teams here. We got Panda joining us here at Street Fighter League. Of course, that is kind of a reworking of Team Alpha 3. Then we have Bandits, which is just Team DR, as my boy coined it already. And then, of course, we have NORDAVIND. NORDAVIND is actually doing a great job so far, still getting their working, trying to get their wheels going, but they're going to get there eventually. And, of course, we got Vodafone Giants holding it down. One of, if not a lot of people talking about the strongest team here this season, especially if you look at some of the results of some of these matches we've seen already.
It's absolutely true, because we talk about the ban feature, we talk about the team order. A lot of these cats are pretty much unbannable. It's very hard to decipher who to ban, when to ban them, because again, it is double round robin. But for the most part, it's figuring out the team order. That's been one of the most important highlights of each and every week of Street Fighter League, and it's just so much on the line, right? You talk about the standings, you talk about the schedule, because there's just a lot going into this season of Street Fighter League. When we talk about the current standings, it looks like the following right now. NASR currently in first place, 3-1. Vodafone Giants trailing right behind them with 2-1. Panda in third place, and you see a very similar score with Team NORDAVIND right after that at fourth. Of course, Bandits with that tough loss from last week. And with UIU at the bottom, they still have that W, but it was still a very, very close set of losses from those last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you can tell that last loss really did hurt UIU. And Oil King, a very emotional player. You saw he was actually sitting on that setup for quite some time after last week's loss. But I will say at least they have been making those adjustments to their lineup to try to, have their matchups work out a little better for them. Didn't work out completely, but having somebody like Oil King on the tail end and having that extra person to, put a little pressure on, whether it be NL, whether it be Oil King, whether it be Kami, is something you need to look at going forward. So I feel like they're gonna get their stride eventually.
Oh no,
right?
For sure, because it's gonna be down a double round robin, right? That's just the first instance that they met with some of these teams already. There's just so much to go through, and it could be said for the rest of the teams, but the important thing is they need to get this information now because of how much is on the line, right? $75,000 to the winner of this season's Street Fighter League, as well as being able to face off against those in Japan for their Street Fighter League as well.
Well, of course, we have been here before time and time again, and you should know this by now, but just in case you don't, Street Fighter League is a 3v3 Waseda-style team tournament. Teams submit a player order. If their player wins, they're rotated to the back of the queue. If they lose, they are eliminated from this week's team battle. The matches continue until one team successfully knocks out all 3 members of the opposing team, and that's how we get our team battle winner. Of course, one of the main things, one of the favorite things in the league that I like personally is the character bans. You get one ban, but you can only ban that character one time. So in the second half of the season, we start to see a lot of things change up because of that, but that's something you have to think about, right? And if you look at one of these teams we have here, Problem X's team, literally we've talked a lot to him about, them looking at Bison and banning that character and how many characters he has up his sleeve. We saw that last week as well, the Honda coming back out. I'm thinking we're eventually gonna get the Bison, but that did not happen. But we move on to this week, we have some electric matches coming for you guys.
We sure do. Vodafone Giants is going to be facing off against NASR as well as PANDA going up against Bandits. You saw what happened in the standings, and you've seen the kind of interactions we've seen so far with these other team battles. It's going to be pretty electrifying. But of course, we have to give a shout out to Astro as well, being a huge supporter of Street Fighter League, supplying the players with those A40 headsets with the high quality surround sound, right? You do have the comms coming in clear as well, and the mix app to get all of that in full control. Of course, Astro supporting the FGC for about 10 years now, a really, really long time, and hoping to continue doing so throughout the entirety of Street Fighter League as well as the FGC.
Well, I hope you guys continue to stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to get to this week's team battles, and you don't want to miss it.
We're getting ourselves closer to the first team battle, getting ourselves ready with Vodafone Giants and NASR, two of the teams that have been highly looked upon throughout all the other teams here at Street Fighter League. They've been, the most impressive thus far. NASR being the current champions with Big Bird, Angry Bird, as well as a brand new member with Problem X. They have been talk of the town, really. Talk of the studio, I should say. But Vodafone Giants, they have been one of the bigger surprises, right? Mr. Crimson, obviously, in a stellar and amazing Street Fighter V player. Vegapatch being one of the biggest outliers here throughout the group with that Fong. And of course, Infectious.
Look, he's so quiet. He doesn't move. We forget he's there. He's kind of like a mannequin sometimes when he plays. But having Infectious there, too, could fit any role and has not been the target of a ban yet. They're letting the Zeku rock, which is a very strange thing to me because I think that Zeku is very much one of these characters that you need to be able to put a lid on. I feel like he's so versatile, especially with somebody like Infectious. This team in general just has such a nice chemistry, even knowing and understanding how nobody likes to fight Fong. Nobody likes
even
to fight
he doesn't
Fong.
like to fight.
He even
fight
said
Fong.
it. You know what I'm saying? So it makes a lot of sense that this team has this kind of energy, right? You have multiple characters that can really deal damage, and I feel like we don't really get to see one Fong to a Zeku. So this is going to be very interesting to see what they're going to do against each other.
Kind of curious about it, to be honest. We hear a lot about Infectious. We hear a lot about Mr. Crimson, but we have the exclusive with Rob TV where we get a little bit more insight from Vegapatch.
When it comes to this player and his team, pretty much you have to pick your poison. And of course, he is a Fang player, so pretty much you have to take the poison. My guy, Vegapatch, what's going on with you, brother?
I'm great. How are you, man?
I'm feeling really good, especially since I get to be joined by such a talent as yourself. Something that I always wondered about with you, bro, is why in the world is your name Vegapatch and you don't play Vega? I don't understand the logic of that. And outside of that, your name is Vegapatch. Vega is a low-tier character, or mid-tier, whatever. He's not that great. And then it's not like you go pick a top tier. You go pick Fang instead. Explain to me what's going on with the name.
Okay. Back in the day when SF4 was released, I didn't like the game. I wasn't good at fighting games yet. I was like trash.
Yeah.
And I like Vega back then. SF4 Vega.
Yeah.
Also, Vega is the Spanish fighter, like me, so I like the character. And at Super Street Fighter 4, at the end of it, I stopped playing SF4 at all, but I was in a forum, I called myself Vegapatch.
What was the patch part?
Have you seen Bo? It's an anime.
Bo?
Yeah, it's an anime manga. Don't patch, it's a character.
I never heard of it. Oh, it's a character in it.
Yeah, it's a character. So I just mixed stuff, mixed names and said, okay, this sounds relatively okay.
Well, outside of this anime characters, you guys, characters as far as your team, very hard to ban. Just an interesting mix. You have Dawson, Zeku, and of course, Infectious has other characters too. Fang. That's a really interesting team. How was this squad assembled? Because you were the one, right, that was already on Vodafone Giants prior to Street Fighter League, right? So did you orchestrate this team, or were you pick these guys, or what happened there? What was the mindset?
Well, me and the guys at Vodafone Giants wanted to be here.
Yeah.
And we checked like every strong player that wasn't on another team already.
Yeah.
So it just happened that after Red Bull Kumite, CRIMSON's former team released him. So we were like, okay, this is our chance.
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
We had to get him. And then the other member was more difficult because at first we didn't knew Infectious was available.
Yeah.
Because we thought, oh, he's with the Beast.
So they might not let him. You didn't know how that worked. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, we tried to get other players, especially I would say Hurricane and Takamura.
Yeah.
But there were some issues like visas, some things that couldn't get in time. So I don't know who, but someone said, hey, what about Infectious? I don't think he'll be available. What?
Yeah, everything worked out beautifully. Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, and he's the, I would say, the main pillar of the team in the sense that it's most likely that either Ion or CRIMSON are gonna get banned. So we needed someone that it's gonna be there.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, bro. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I cannot wait to see what you do with your Fong when people finally start banning my mans. And we do finally have the opportunity to see your Fong one extra time in this half with you guys going up against Team NASR. Vega Patch, best of luck to you, brother.
Thanks, man.
And you see just how deep it really goes when it comes to strategizing for something like a Street Fighter League and how much actually goes into it. So Vega Patch was already like way deep in there. He's like, I gotta make sure we pick up somebody who is gonna be, at the top of the ranks for Street Fighter 5, as well as, kind of hard to ban. When you think about Mr. Crimson, you were thinking about, oh, what do you mean he's gonna be hard to ban? That Dawson's gonna be the easy choice. Well, I mean, you also have to deal with that Fong from Vega Patch. You also have to deal with the Zeku from Infectious. And at the same time, we've seen how Mr. Crimson can play G.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say, the G is still a character that you have to look at and consider because you're definitely going to be like, all right, well, if we could take out Mr. Crimson's been playing crazy.
At least we
can look at, taking out the Fong, which nobody wants to fight, and then you having an absurdly strong Infectious on the tail end. So I just think it's not going to be easy no matter what. But that being said, though, let's take a look at the other side. We do have an interview with Problem X on the stage. Rob TV, what does he have for us?
The European Emperor. And it's kind of weird calling you European because you're black, but I think when people think about European, it's like it sounds like...
No.
No?
No. It's just, you have lots of black people in Europe. France as well.
Problem, I'm just kidding. I know that.
Oh. Sorry, no, the way you said it is like you
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Problem X. What's going on, Brody?
What's going on?
Hey, man, like early on, you was getting hit with all these bans. Not early on, you still getting hit with all the bans. Only one time you didn't. And after week 1, you actually had lost. You actually lost your first match and you were using your Honda. That was your first match at Street Fighter League. And you're like, man, I'm gonna be getting banned all the time. But since then, I don't know what's changed because you've been smoking everybody. You have not lost and you have not played Bison even one time.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I came to this event with a Honda ready. The first game, we played Panda. We didn't know what they were gonna do. We didn't know who Punk's secondary was. So I was training sort of Honda Ken.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna play Ken when I've watched him playing this big Ken. So he caught us off guard. It was a good play by them, so I lost that match. But yeah, I was just like, you know what, the matchups are kind of lining up for Honda. Even if Bison wasn't banned, obviously credit to the fact Big Bird and ANGRYBIRD are just a strong duo as well. So it's like, by banning Bison, you just let them run, they could just run free. So that definitely helps. And then it's like, because I can play so many characters, it's like, well, by the time you get to me, I'll just pick for whoever's in front of me.
That's true. And there's almost like almost never, if you at the anchor spot, is it gonna be a situation where ANGRYBIRD and Big Bird just lost. Like maybe one of them, but there's almost never both of them have just taken the L in that spot. So right now when it comes to the Street Fighter, like the ban system and everything, I feel like it's something that's it's controversial, right? Like some people love the ban system. Some people are like, oh, no character bans and everything. But whether you are a fan of it or not, can you speak to like the strategy of the ban system and the Street Fighter League in general? Like, do you think like a lot of the game is outside of the actual game here?
I feel like, at this stage in the game, everyone's dabbled with more than one character. Like everyone's tried to win whatever tournaments with their one character at first, and they'll encounter some sort of hardship or a bad matchup. So if you haven't already been making countermeasures before you arrived here, then you deserve to get banned and basically patched out.
That's a good point.
you know, we've been here long enough for that. I knew what it was when I came here, but the ban system is very good because you can have someone as like a ban magnet.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay.
That's their role.
Yeah, you just get banned.
Yeah.
And then we could do what we want. And then the risk as well, when you ban someone and they pair up with someone with their main, the person with their main also has extra pressure because you're supposed to win this fixture.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and then if it goes sideways, then it's like, oh.
It's a bad look.
Yeah, and then that guy, basically that guy just has like a free lottery to just try and take who he can out on your team because he's not expected to win these fixtures.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. But in my case and my team's case, we don't really have weaker characters. We literally have ultimates.
Yeah.
It's basically like
that's a
second
different,
main.
it's a difference between a secondary and the word used there, alternate.
Yeah, like some people have a secondary character, which means it's your secondary option.
Not as good as the main.
Yeah, exactly. An alternate is your alternative option, so you're equally as prepared for particular things.
Yeah.
And you want to come in here with ults.
Yeah.
You don't want to have secondaries because that's when it can get extra messy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Big Problem. Always a pleasure talking to you, brother, and best of luck in your next match up against the Vodafone Giants.
Problem X dropping on you. I know you weren't ready for that. Dropping the knowledge there and really just pointing out a few things that we've been talking about. However long the season's been going on, 6 weeks in, he definitely said week 1, like, oh man, I should be fine. But then he was like, I think they're gonna keep banning me, which we've seen. We're used to it. We're used to seeing these big threats and their characters get banned early on, right? But not Problem X, still new here, but still really thinking about the long game with his other teammates. I mean, he is on loan from Mouse Sports, so shout outs to them for doing that as well, because that's one of the coolest things I've ever heard of. Them being like, you know what? We want these teams to get the dub. Let Problem X go there and show a little love. I actually think that's ridiculous. But this team, it's not even like they needed Problem X, because the Birds do a lot. The Birds do a lot.
And he's kind of said that back and forth a couple times. It's like in the beginning, he's like, yeah, why are they banning my Bison? It's kind of unfair. As a joke, really. But then he's gotten a lot more confidence with the Birds. He's like, they're wasting the pick with them Bison. That's literally how it's been. It's just like they're wasting their picks with them Bison.
Yeah,
like you have to worry about the other two, and that's been an actual fact. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what the ban picks are going to be. So the ban choice actually is for Vodafone Giants. They are going for that Rashid, so they are aiming for Big Bird. However, NASR is going for Mr. Crimson and pointing the ban hammer.
Let's go.
Oh wow, that's good. I can already hear Angry Bird getting hype out there, but here we go. Problem X going against Infectious. Really smart choices for the ban, but there it is. That M Bison. That Evo winning M Bison going up against Infectious and the Zeku. Let's go. Week 6. I can't wait to get in here.
Hey, you got the classic Bison outfit? Damn, what a whiff punish. You thought you were going to slide on me at that range? No, sir.
All right, switches back to the old man. Implant.
I do like about Problem X is how he kind of master charge and is able to kind of sneak in the movement. I like that, yeah. Unfazed by the Gram, he still uses that medium kick to close the gap already.
He jumps out of the corner here with the Zeku. You can see Infectious just taking his time. And definitely willing to play that slower pace. Oh wow, just raw slide. Gets the hit, wake up EXDP from Zeku. Activation here.
Oh, this is going to be problematic, no pun intended. You're going to see the clock wind down. He's going to make that mix-up happen, Steve. Oh, no, I lied.
Oh, nice. And he can get the carry here.
Slide. Thrower to do it, but he's looking for the bait instead. Backs away, doesn't want to overextend.
What
in the world was that?
Did he just do it? He must have did
We take it. Nice.
Mr. Crimson, letting Infectious know it was good. You know it was good because the round's over because of it. That had to be like slide or something like that. We've seen Problem X already with this Bison just do blatant slide. Also, I'm definitely a fan of Bison with the cape.
Dang! Cool. Old school, like the alpha version?
Yep.
Man, a lot of activity coming in. Man, again, crouching medium punch has been like the go-to for Infectious to check. Oh, that would have been super awkward. Another sweep. He is really firing away at these normals.
Just such good neutral control. I'm just in awe of watching Problem X get started. But once again, EXDP activate here and the EX slide to get the corner forward throw. Zeku in control. Second round looking still good. Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Psycho Axe, implant the bomb. Bomb has been planted.
Oh, why? How does he know? Every time the Problem X is about to overextend and calling him out with those wake up EXDPs, another slide is countered. Stand light kick. Now, I know that these guys have a lot of experience versus each other, so makes a lot of sense. Infectious able to get a read on what Problem X wants to go for.
Round 1.
We got to talk to Infectious just a little bit before this matchup even happened, and we talk about, you know, the potential matchups they have to go through. And one of the things he did confidently say is that, you know, we're going to use the ban on someone else because we're pretty confident about Bison. And you can see it through his gameplay right now. It was just a matter of time to see it. And it just so happened to be against Problem X. Like, who would ask for any better outcome?
Against the Bison, right? Like, against this, a Bison like this, a lot of tech on the side of Problem X, especially if you've seen him play on any one of his streams or in any tournament. So a lot of people have been looking forward to seeing this Bison get in and do some damage, but down a game right now. And yeah, I'm glad you were talking about Infectious. We were talking about Infectious. We were talking with Infectious a little earlier. Oh, nice. Full combo here. Oh, EX sit on his back and 1 round away from taking it.
Superb control. Really nice.
I don't think he has his chiropractic license. I don't think he's allowed to do that. I don't think the realignment is going to be enough, I feel like.
No, but Infectious was actually talking about how his team wants to be prepared for every scenario. Literally every scenario. You have to be. And it's really a unique approach to take to Street Fighter League because that's a lot to consider.
Speaking of a lot to consider, look at the amount of pressure. Oh, that's all gone. Back to sweet chin music.
Gonna keep the corner with the B trigger too.
Sweep. Okay, moving on.
Oh, didn't use any meter. Wake up, jab, go straight for the EX scissors. Okay. Oh, straight in the Psycho Crusher. Wow. Crouching medium punch confirmed, but drops the combo. Lets the animation rock a bit and tries to get Problem X to swing again. He does not. That's a round on the board, and maybe this can change things around for Problem X and NASR.
A different equation to solve. He's doing a different play style as well. Problem X now playing a little bit more patient, weary of the grams, but still gets clipped. No heavy punches here. Oh boy, back-to-back moments.
Oh, this crouching medium punch has been so good. I also feel like the willingness for Infectious to take to the air really does throw off the game of Problem X. Those slides he likes to do kind of go out the window, especially if you're like doing neutral jumps to kind of bait it out. But just as I say that, reacts to the V skill. You see the Eagle take, you see the Hawk in the background, like, you know what, I'm out of here then. Forget it.
Last time you called me.
Right?
Get Sakamoto to do your dirty work. Oh, man, he grabs your soul.
Bro, right? Goes right for the ribs.
Give him a little tickle. What? Psycho X incoming plus frames yet again. It's going to be kind of tough, right? Infectious now in that closer spot where he can't really contest.
I like the
poke. Oh, no, he definitely can, actually. Crouching medium punch and Young Zeku was pretty good, but no.
No activation.
Couldn't, because that goes into the uppercut.
That's true, that's true. I completely forgot he had V trigger, too.
Back throw now into the corner. Nice check. Yes, sir. Ambiguous cross up.
What a V shift.
He will slide.
Man, he's calling it. He will slide!
Angry Bird said
he's either gonna slide or jump.
It's good, it's good. It's alright to play really well. All looks really good. Your crunching medium punch with really right his tools. He's pressing a lot post medium, so maybe closer frame trap.
Oh my god.
It's like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you stand there, he will slide.
Gets the dash up with the jab. Damn, that was good.
Okay, here comes the Gram again. Covering that space with a crouching medium punch as soon as Bison gets within range. Wants to make sure the heavies are not a threat, and another whiff punish on a misplaced slide.
Oh, the jump in, jump heavy punch, big damage on the table here. Stand medium punch, holds up right there. That was so smart for Infectious, holding up. That's not going to be a combo for him. Bison. Set point is on the line now, and you hear the perfect coming from Mr. Crimson.
Round 2.
Set point right here.
A little bit of frustration setting in from Problem X. Still trying to figure out this neutral phase of the game, trying to get past the wall. Okay, that's a great way to use that meter, and a great way to start off in general. Counter hit, full conversion. There's still a lot of movement coming in from Infectious, right? There wasn't a counter hit, but
oh, wow.
There, snap back.
What a whiff punish. Stun on the table. Infectious takes the throw.
Another roundhouse with a heavy connects instead for Problem X, applying this pressure yet again. Forward throw in the corner, just one touch away to at least
Nice.
So gets all that momentum back, tying up the rounds, looking at match point.
Bro, this match is ridiculous. This is the first match. The first two members of the team right here. This is ridiculous.
It's down to the final round. So much leader on the side, actually full critical, I should say, on the side of Infectious, still running with the grams. That's the whiff punish he was looking for. Great slide choice from Problem X in a familiar situation yet again. Can Infectious fight his way out though?
He's trying. That crouching medium punch not getting him too far. And Problem X quick to go back and cover that bases and keep him in the corner. This is not a good spot for Infectious, and the life bar isn't either. EX to keep the pressure. Oh, wow. V-shift back, just go straight for the medium kick.
Uses his own move against him. Same animation and everything.
Oh, gets the hit. Was not prepared. Drops the target. Problem wasn't either.
Trap there, but still not biting his Problem X, still on the
One more hit. Problem X takes out Zeku and eliminates Infectious from the queue. And man, maybe that confidence, maybe too quick to say they're ready to take out M. Bison, the likes of Problem X. Infectious must not be that good at math. Doesn't make sense. He's a computer.
He's a robot. What do you mean?
I don't even know. The zeros and ones,
man.
Is
he an emotional robot?
He's an emotional robot.
I don't think so. This guy's got no emotion when it comes to whether he wins, whether he loses. And it's going to be just fine. He's got a lot of faith in his teammates, right? VEGGEY is not going to be the one coming up. Instead, it's going to be Mr. Crimson. Mr. Crimson.
Now, remember how we talked about the order early on today? I think that this is one of the greatest tools the Giants have. The fact that I feel like some of their order placement is the best we've seen in quite some time. They're willing to send up VEGGEY first. They'll send up Mr. Crimson first. They'll send up Infectious. I feel like making them guess, making your opponents guess what their order is going to be is part of the battle here for Street Fighter League. You need to know that, but you're also considering those matchups as well. I mean, look, the Giants are down a player right now. However, you got Mr. Crimson and VEGGEY ready.
You were talking about that order. Big Bird is actually coming up to bat next, right? Both of these players have their characters banned, so it's going to be pretty interesting. How do they do that again? Like, how do they manage to call them out a bunch of times, right? These guys are really starting to get acclimated with how Street Fighter League works. And, well, I mean, to be fair, it's NASR. Like, they've already been here before, I should say. But Vodafone Giants, again, making the right calls. And this is what I wanted to see. The G, always making noise, not silent like lasagna. This guy is going to be making all the noises possible with this G.
Speaking of making noise, ANGRYBIRD, willing and waiting to answer the call. But here we go. Team battle number 2 is going to be Big Bird versus Mr. Crimson. Both of these guys target of the band, so we're going to get some side characters, some alternate characters, if you will. Or a secondary.
Yes, sir. Big punish on the forward heavy punch. Man, ANGRYBIRD is going ham off of that.
Taking some notes from CABA. Good neutral control with the fireballs. We've seen Mr. Crimson and this G before, right? Man, I'm going to tell you right now, I was really sad when we got less kin play from Big Bird, just in general.
Yeah.
But I'm happy here at Street Fighter League. It gives us a reason. Gives cause for Mr. Masters to be on the screen.
Mr. Masters, please. Mr. Masters is my father. But no, I mean, a lot of folks are starting to, gravitate towards Ken. Again, he had some pretty significant chances over time, and is still, one of those characters that do well. Oh, from the back there? Are you saying the Jumanji
Oh, okay. This isn't going too well. Still the first round. Neutral jump.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Full punish.
Nice punish. Nice punish.
Good amount of damage. Good amount of meter on top of that. Looking at near critical line for Big Bird. A really solid performance overall. Not letting anything go unchecked. We already saw it at the start. That forward. Damn!
Yo, he's been so good with that this season. EX, no. Nice. Goes for the feet reversal, not gonna work out. This is a bad position. That was it. Also,
oh, you're dead.
You're dead. Wow, first game not gonna go the way Mr. Crimson wants.
This is not even looking like a secondary to Big Bird.
No.
The way that the rhythm he's been playing and the knowledge checks all over the place has just been absolutely dominant. And of course, you know, that pressure with Ken, he likes to explode in this corner. Ken is that kind of character to keep you guessing and blow you up if you're not ready for it. And that's perfect in the hands of someone who is a Rashid main, right? Big Bird just looking absolutely dominant.
Big Bird's looking really strong with this Ken. Goes right back to the G. Mr. Crimson goes back to the character select screen just to take a breather, right? You got to take a breather sometimes. Collect yourself, you know? And this is, looking at Mr. Crimson, we saw Mr. Crimson earlier with this G. He's just not looking good right now in this matchup. Still has one more round, or one more match, I should say.
I blame the pants.
Those pants are pretty hideous. Crouch medium kick. Oh, anti-air, the crouching heavy punch.
100% ready for it. He wasn't anticipating maybe like a fireball too. Doesn't get the presidentiality level up now.
That stand buffer on the light kick gets the dash punch. Look, I'm sure he's cool. Oh, standing heavy punch, EX.
Dash 2 times over, checking with the lights as well. Trying to see what the movement option is for, or at least the defensive option is for Big Bird so far.
Oh, wow. Oh, heavy punch. Crouching heavy punch once again. Crouching medium punch. Confirm into trigger, and here comes Big Bird with the Ken.
Delayed crouching medium punch, and of course, the fake throw bait. I like that.
Activate. Not going to be able to stop it with the V reversal this time around. Trigger is still active on the side of Ken and just stops the pressure. Was like, you know what? Hold this fireball. Check the dash and instantly knew that you wanted the dash. You see my man Big Bird chewing his gum like it's just another day at the office. Another day at the office.
Damn, another big confirm already start things off. It's looking really dire for Mr. Crimson and going for things that are highly punishable. It's not looking great. If this keeps up, you're going to see a stun and potentially a knockout. You cannot, Ben, you cannot wave that around. You are not allowed to throw that heavy punch in front of Ken's face like that. He's going to set it on fire.
Well, Big Bird's about to evolve into business Big Bird. It's a bird with a suit on the screen, and he's playing with Ken. Let's go.
You with them grimy feet right now.
No worries.
Kick the heck out of you.
Bro, this is quite the switch up from what we expected to see this entire season. The fact that Big Bird is doing such a job at stopping this G, a G we were praising earlier in the season, and now look at it, seems to be at wit's end versus Adele and this Ken. But here we go. Wait a minute.
No, just a regular one. Hey, there it is.
Big damage, not gonna kill, but the situation is definitely in favor of G right now. One more wheel kick? No.
He tried to command grab again. And again and again.
Okay.
Not today. Not for me.
Let's go. Okay, guys, I'll take it from here. Yes.
Yo, Vega Patch says, okay, guys, I'll take it from here. He says, you guys can relax.
I'm here now.
I'm here now. Vega Patch is here. He sounds nothing like that, but if he did, though.
That would be amazing.
The Vodafone Giants in a bad position, especially considering that, you know, they're fighting last season's champions. These guys know exactly what they're doing. Problem X is such a force. We finally got to see the Bison. The Bison did his job, took out Infectious, a matchup they were confident in, and now the entire team, this team battle is in jeopardy for the Vodafone Giants.
Even with how the matches have turned out, right? Infectious is the only one with a W on the board technically, because it was 1-2 to Problem X, but Mr. Crimson not putting a single W on the board kind of hurts them just a little bit, right? They were coming in at 2-1 in the current standings of this week. But there's just, you know, everything that really matters when it comes down to the tiebreakers are those W's. They really need to start picking it up a little bit. Hopefully Vega Patch can be that player on the team to get it on the board, but that's going to be quite the task with Angry Bird sitting right next to him.
I feel confident for Vega Patch with a full-powered Fong, bro. And on top of that, look, it's unanimous across the Street Fighter world. Start a poll, people. Start a poll, go on Twitter. How many people actually like fighting Fong? Is not. I'm telling you, there's nobody.
The multiple choice is going to be no and no.
Right? But here we go. Angry Bird going up against Vega Patch and instantly starts with the V skill, installing.
Roof bender.
Okay, big damage. The confirm, I'm plus there. V shift to get out of there. That's how you know Angry Bird is aware.
Jeez.
Oh.
Look at this oppression right now.
Nobody likes
big
to
counter
fight
hit.
Fong. Nobody.
Nobody needs to fight my own Fong.
Oh
what
my
a block.
God, that was so cheap. Okay, has another opportunity here. Very, very small amount of life here.
Man, jump
Ooh.
back medium kick. You already knew. If you kept it nice and locked down with a meaty, it would have been a whole different story. But for Vega Patch, he's going to take whatever he can get.
What a read right there. To react to the jump. Comes in with the EX Raw, Cruel Disaster, and going to get this corner carry. Tries to jump out.
Nice. And we've seen this kind of matchup before, right? With
Oh my God,
no.
he did prone stance under the DP. Are you serious? Vega Patch with a double stun first match here against Angry Bird nonetheless. Look at the damage though.
Don't worry, fellas. I got it from here.
He said it.
Statement,
He
and
said,
he's
I got
making
it from
come to
here in
fruition.
the V-ship
And he's
break.
still stuck in the real Benda.
Oh
This
my
is so
God, Vega
sick.
Patch. Nobody likes fighting this character. Nobody. He said Fong doesn't do barely any damage. This dude out here lying on the internet, bro. I keep telling you guys.
It's all the Fong players. That's all they do. That's all they lie on the internet. They're poisonous.
Lying on the internet and poisonous people, bro. That's the toxicity we need to get out of here. These Fong players, guys. He's poisoning the people in the game. He's poisoning the internet with the lies. Oh my gosh. The big jump in again. Angry Bird is in trouble.
Because of that V skill, right? You see the color change, and it's you know, if you have a trained eye, you're able to jump that pretty consistently. What a counter hit confirmed off that forward medium punch.
I'm out.
Not quite.
Wait a
not quite.
minute.
That was wrong.
Look at the stun bar though. Great tech. Oh my gosh, the first time we've seen it, and it was perfect placement on that crouching heavy punch.
Oh, the floaties are alive. Extra durability on your projectiles as well.
And that's one of the things versus Fong, right? Being able to jump in on this character is not easy. Great normals to contest a lot. And V-trigger 2 for Fong. Oh my God, makes it clash. Gets access to the V-trigger extension. Oh my God, tries to cross up and take this. Okay, wait a minute, Angry Bird back in here.
It was actually pretty nice. Angry Bird kind of giving Vega Patch a taste of his own medicine. Like jump in and then a back-to-back jump in, but with Annihilation Sword. Not an overhead, mind you, but still enough to get the throw bait.
Oh, that down forward heavy punch from Fong. Keeps the range. Okay. Installing. Oh, what an air-to-air option while jumping back. Angry Bird getting started here. Wow, the range on his V-shift break is crazy.
It's so good.
Oh, just dash up, crouching medium kick into Cruel Disaster in this corner.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I love the V-skill usage there, right? Anytime the prone stats happen and you're going to go to the fireball, oh boy, past the Annihilation Sword.
Oh, that
What
was
do
the
you mean?
same side. Are you serious? Get him out of the air.
But you have V-trigger super.
As a bird, I feel like Angry Bird should be able to deal with this flying, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, you're
this should be
actually
it.
dead.
Yeah, this is it.
100% dead.
You're dead. CA.
Hands, critical art, enhanced version, while on trigger, it's actually deader than dead. He is.
Yes, I can. Okay, wait.
Brought out the twin.
The fireball. The upper one.
And 2 rounds.
I think you
That was
always
2
fight.
rounds straight for Angry Bird.
Yeah,
Once
this
again,
fight,
you
unfortunately,
can't count
it's
Angry Bird out anyway. You know?
No, not at all. Not for a second, right? Vega Patch is
very good
only. His only experience against Seth right now, with the current status of Street Fighter League, was against Kami, and that was a whole different ball game. I feel like with Angry Bird, the knowledge checks are definitely going to be there. The control is going to be there. The offense is just way different, and you see him navigating with that V skill a lot past some of the projectiles that Vega Patch is putting out there.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that win screen quote from Seth says, "Your tricks will not work on me." Angry Bird saying the same in that match. Oh, okay.
Be gone, Sorcerer. Be gone.
Stupid. Half-Life already gone on the side of Seth.
Oh.
Flies out, both get the knockdown though. That prone stance kick being plus is ridiculous.
Oh, what side?
I had no idea. Mad Cradle to get out of the corner, and there's the trigger activation.
Man, you got something for that? On the way down, look at the damage.
Yep.
Oh, wow, tried to get out. DX dash. Went for the overhead, not close enough. There's the activation. Wow, tried to make a move right there.
No,
wait,
sir.
that was so perfect because unless it was EX, it was not gonna go. That was so good.
That was actually pretty bad. He let it up. He was just like, yo, I'm gonna throw this projectile. It's gonna be mad accurate.
I thought that was gonna hit. Yo, look at the stun though.
Just gonna try and jump or something. Yeah. Nice.
Oh my God, they called him out. He's gonna try to jump or something here. Oh, he could have EX'd, but it's going to be fine. A lot of pressure. Perfect is imminent. No, not anymore.
This is definitely possible. I can tell you that right now. This is definitely possible. That poison. Oh, he's
still hit at the end.
Yeah, baby. He could get a conversion. If he would have did a throw right there, the cash out would have been amazing. No, the whip punish.
I think the coward crouch, neutral jump.
Final round.
He said if you're expecting the coward crouch, you should neutral jump.
That's kind of tough, right?
That's really
It has
tough.
to be the follow-up with the kicks because we've seen what happens. Once you're in the stance, you can cancel into the fireball.
Also, on top of that, it's just the fact that he's been using it in retaliation to jumps because that is really good. So if you're saying, you know, if you think he's going to do a jump, that's one thing. But the way they're using that prone stance is not the same way that they're trying to apply it. So, oh, wow. He had that Vega Patch trying to jump again. If he had just stayed there and blocked, he would have had all the activation.
Oh, he is definitely not blocking. They're calling him out for it. He's not blocking. Keep applying these meaties.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Vega Patch takes it over Angry Bird, and that is definitely something that needed to happen. Vega Patch said, yo, I'll take it from here.
It's okay, boys. I got this.
Huh?
He rolled up his sleeves like Fong does, and V triggered too. He's like, hold up. Vega Patch is like, I got it, guys. Hold on. You said you took out my team members? Not me. You're going to let me play Fong? You guys messed up.
You done goofed, kids.
You done goofed, kids.
So, you know.
But the Evo champ, our last offline Evo champ, none other than Problem X coming up and the Bison. And Vega Patch has a smile on his face right now. Legit said, don't worry, guys, I got it from here.
I'm really curious to see what's going to happen, right? With Problem X, I haven't seen him really get to practice against Fongs too often, but that's just me and being ignorant. I got to say, though, this level of Fong play is something extraordinary, something extremely rare. And Vega Patch, again, if there's anyone who could do it, most likely him.
It's got to be him. Even if
it's a recipe for disaster, right? Yeah. You're the last person on the team. You have all the moral support and pressure on your back with your teammates, and you're using a character that people rarely get to practice against.
First off, as much as I love Infectious, I feel like he'd be the worst cheerleader ever. I'm just gonna be real. Just gonna be real, guys.
You did good.
That was pretty good. We won. I just OCV'd the team.
No, I mean, like outside of the game, he's actually a really,
that's true.
Really
that's
funny
true.
Guy.
Oh, jump heavy kick. Also, anti-airs are going to be a little harder in this instance because you have to be reacting to stomps, right? And just eats the poison. Tries to reflect it.
Who do you think supplied you with this poison? This is coming out of your paycheck.
Getting high off your own supply, bro.
Oh, nice.
You're going to stay number 2 fighting like that.
Right? Not only are you number 2, you're playing like number 2.
Damn!
But still, life lead is in favor.
All the months in the back. You don't want to talk to you like that?
Right.
This is the original secret hideout, isn't it?
Like, this is the OG. This is the OG hideout. This is Bison's house. Like, he legit, that's the whole thing is a setup. Bro, he didn't have to eat that poison, though.
They say his seat is actually in the bell. Oh, yo, you're stomping on his back.
He broke his legs. Did you see that? He stomped all on the legs. Psycho Axe. Oh, plus situation here. Oh, tried to go for the cross-up V-shift. Sets the poison out.
Man, he is on a move. He's a man on a mission. Trying to go for world dominance. Going to start with his own henchmen first.
Makes him spend some bar there, so it's not the worst situation. Oh, hot pursuit. You can see Problem X getting in close. Cower, he's plus V-shift back. Takes with the standing heavy punch. Look at the pressure from Vega Patch, though. 10 seconds left. Dash up. Neither was ready. Vega Patch looks right over at Problem X, and they make eye contact. But Problem X didn't turn away from the screen. Match number 1 here. Problem X versus Vega Patch. Yo, damn, this is ridiculous.
That was actually the first double kill we've had here at Street Fighter League this season.
Psycho Wax, that was meaty as hell.
Plus frames everywhere. Good amount of chip damage, and that gray life does add up. Slight cash out, but still a good one nonetheless. Problem X in hot pursuit again. Plus frames, more plus frames. You're gonna be doing this quick maths.
Tries to get out, gonna go for the confirm, stays in cower stance. The V-ship break actually hits and knocks that poison off as well.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh,
that's kind of a problem now. Ooh.
What'd you say?
Again. You man was ducking.
Oh, V-shift break of my own. Lots of distance. Checks the dash with the jab, and that is going to be the first match in the name of Problem X.
You try to.
Don't put yourself in the corner. You're doing really well when you're attacking him.
Bro, I legit want VEGGEY to win because I want to see him play the entire team. Like,
I just want to see more Street Fighter.
I actually just want to see.
I both have
see
the same intentions. We want to see it happen. Can VEGGEY actually surpass this current challenge?
Look, if I'm VEGGEY, I'm going to chill. If I hit you with this poison, I'm going to walk back. You want to walk back and forth? It's cool. You done.
Yeah, just let it wind down, right? It makes sense. Big damage.
Okay, interrupt.
It's not the same as Grey Life, right? It actually takes down your
Yeah,
life.
it's taking away. And look how fast it's going.
No.
Oh. Nice. You hear VEGGEY say no.
No.
A verbal no. Tries to go for a tick throw. Okay. Tries to jump out.
Oh, not again. He's got caught with that instance 2 times over, right? The first time with ANGRYBIRD, this time with Problem X, making that read. It's like, yo, he's fancy. You thought you could get out of the corner? Baby says, no, you stay there. You stay there. Check this knee to the grill.
Here we go. This round, raw slide. Forward throw, here we go. Problem X starting to feel himself. Not in range for that throw once again. And VEGGEY instantly in the corner. 2 slides.
Another one. Look at the sheer dominance now. Coming in for Problem X. As we prefaced it before, these break it off me. These scissors! The scissors on the screen just tearing them up.
Knee press nightmare, bruh. Okay. Looking for something big there. That crouching heavy punch from Problem X. Oh, what a chase on the V-shift. Oh my God, the slide just gets him out of so much trouble.
So raw, too. It's so dangerously raw.
Oh, man.
Ready to close the gap a little bit more, but he can't take any hits. That was so risky.
Not close enough to make him block. Oh, that was godlike. Raw slide to take it home for Team NASR versus Vodafone Giants, and that's gonna be the W, ladies and gentlemen.
It's poetic justice, really. He's been getting away with so many slides, and of course it had to end with the slide, but Problem X did have trigger to back it up, so it was a very, very optimal choice no matter what. VEGGEY, I mean, can't knock him for trying. That was a very valiant effort.
Yeah, I was going to say right now, just even getting that W, you know, that's still something that we can take down. We're taking notes of those things because you never know how the rest of the season is going to shape out. And, man, that did not go the way the Vodafone Giants wanted at all. Talking, like I said, these guys assumed that they were ready. They're like, you know what, we can take care of Bison.
We take care of Problem X.
No problem. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Actually, it is a problem because that's an Evo champ, the best Bison in the world in a lot of instances. What are you just can't say that.
And you can't even go for that ban against Big Bird either. You saw how dominant that Ken was against Mr. Crimson's G. Now you're just picking bans for no reason.
It's picking bans for no reason. It's wasting bans.
It's wasting bans on my Bison. I can't do it right. I can't do it right. But what can be done right is the fact that NASR is taking down Vodafone Giants in a very, very dominating fashion. 2 games all across. But let's talk about the wins that Vodafone Giants actually had. Infectious got one against Problem X as well. Yeah. VEGGEY with a significant victory over ANGRYBIRD. A lot of intel on the board. And they're still in a very comfortable position considering what week it is, right? They're still with a very, very decent record. I think they're tied now, but they're still going to hover around the top 4 area.
I want to see what the idea is going to be in the second half of the season. Are you going to aim for VEGGEY? If that's the case, we've seen a lot of back and forth where these teams are deciding, right? Because it's not unanimous across the board who's going to get banned from each week's team battle, right? These guys are making their own decisions. Like, you know what? This week we're going to get Fong. This week we're going to get Dawson, and switching it back and forth. So obviously they're keeping track of it. But once it gets to the second half of that season, those matches are going to be really important in finding a winner because that order, because those characters, and all the data that they collected from these earlier team battles.
So again, we are going to see the winner interview with Rob TV shortly, but we do want to take the time to thank Astro for being a part of the Street Fighter League with their A40 headsets, being able to get all the comms in coming in clear, as well as the crisp game sounds, being able to control it all with that mix amp as well. Again, thank you for Astro being the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League.
With that being said, Rob TV is on the stage with the winner of Team NASR, Problem X.
When Problem X pulled up the Street Fighter League and we did that first team interview, I remember you said some real man thing. You told me that you cared a whole lot about, of course, winning as a team, but it's also, not especially, but also your individual performance. It's not like, oh, as long as we win, you want to be one of the reasons why you guys win. And so far, you have been exactly that. How does it feel to be performing to the level that you are doing?
I mean, it's always great to play well. Yeah, I came here I don't want to get washed. No one wants that, you know what I'm saying? And plus, they won last time. So I'm not trying to get backpacked. You want to do what you want to do, you know. So yeah, it's good.
Okay, and the first match was actually you versus Infectious. I was a bit surprised that you're the lead-off man on this one. Like the order was a bit shocking to me. Were you guys trying to surprise them there, or what was the theory with that? And did you know that Bison wasn't going to get banned?
No, it was either probably going to be Bison or Rashid. We thought, but obviously once we found out, you know, answering that question can kind of hinder our strategy for the next year. Yeah. However, like I kind of had an idea who specific people may have not wanted to play. You know, so it didn't actually work out. The matchups didn't actually work out, but I don't think it worked out for either party. I think we were both surprised, and it was kind of like no one expected the lineup to match up how it did. I don't think anybody gained from how we were placed.
Yeah, and you know, as far as placements, you and Infectious are always placed against each other just because of where you live at. You're right in the same vicinity. Two Titans over there in Europe, and of course on the world stage as well. So the first match was up against Infectious. What is you guys' history? Is it more in one of you guys' favor versus the other? And how did you feel the match played out?
I mean, we always, when we clash in tournaments, it's always a good fixture. I think this encounter and Evo Online, I won, but I think he won maybe 1 or 2 encounters before that, and then before that I won 1 or 2 encounters. So I think I got maybe like, there's barely anything in it, but probably like point something in slightly in my favor, but just, it's always tight, you know, it's always a fun fixture, you know, there's always something to learn, and I really like playing good opponents, like, you know, regardless, I can't speak for everybody, you know, but I enjoy it. Like I said to you, it's like a war, and I like the war, so.
And the last thing I want to ask you about, a lot of people talk about he can't speak for everyone, right? There's a whole lot of people that ban Vega Patch, they ban Fang because they're worried about the matchup. Of course, Bison, he doesn't have an invincible reversal or anything like that. But in this situation, you go and you put in a whole, even though Vega Patch, he fought valiantly. You know, he looked like he was trying to put the team on his back, put the team on my back. No, you probably don't get that reference. But it didn't end up working out for him. How did you feel about that, the Fang matchup specifically? Is that a matchup that you have a lot of experience in?
Yeah, thanks to him himself. Okay. You know, I'm good against Fang. I think it's slightly in Bison's favor. And yeah, I'm more than happy to play it, so it was good.
Problem X, thank you so much for just the entertainment that you're putting on up to this point. You have to be like 6-1, 7-1. The only time that you have lost whatsoever was the first match of the entire tournament. And look, at this point, I couldn't even call it an excuse if you were saying you was just like getting comfortable, getting your feet wet, getting used to the setup and all that. So congratulations on your performance. You and all the Team NASR looking extremely unstoppable up to this point with a 4-1 record going into the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just getting started. Still a whole lot of season to be played. And next up, after this break, we do have Team Panda going up against Bandits.
Team battle number 2 for Street Fighter League is about to get started, but this is Season 4 Street Fighter League. I'm joined by my homie Vicious. What it do?
Big chillin', actually. We just got done with our first team battle of the week between Vodafone Giants and NASR. It was actually pretty explosive. We had to take that break because we were just going a little bit too ham. Our first double KO that happened also in that set, and just that kind of last interaction between Problem X and Vega Patch was actually one for the books because it was still going to be pretty close either way. But as it turns out right now, Vodafone Giants slipping just a little bit under the wayside, as we can see with the current standings, right? NASR now fully in the lead with 3 games ahead of pretty much, actually 2 games, I should say, 2 games ahead of the curve, 4-1, and then Panda, of course, trailing right behind them with 2-1. Vodafone Giants now in 3rd, NORDAVIND sitting at 4th, Bandits and UYU at the bottom 2 currently.
So I can tell you right now, we have Bandits versus Team Panda coming up here, and you know Bandits, I feel like they're really starting to get this morale that they need. The team's starting to work even better together. This order is starting to work out. These surprise picks are getting them W's and had some pretty close battles already.
Yeah.
However, Panda is just a strong team, whether they're flustered or not. Like, it won't even matter. How, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, Panda is always going to have, I feel like, an ace in the hole, right? If NEPHEW ain't playing right,
all 3 of them are aces.
Right? Exactly.
That's the problem.
NEPHEW ain't playing right, it's cool. We got Punk. Punk ain't playing right, it's cool. We got NEPHEW. And you still have Justin no matter what. So, for me, I feel like that's that team, even though struggling just a bit, I feel like to get, like, the synergy down, they'll be fine in the long run of things. But Bandits, I feel like, is what they're trying to be, right? They want to have that kind of team synergy. They want a CABA, you know what I'm saying, yelling in the back. Just imagine NEPHEW in the role of a CABA. You know
I could never.
Never gonna happen.
That's pretty much impossible.
Never gonna happen. I mean, it'll have to be like Punk or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that, you know, it's more that team synergy is really, really important.
Yeah.
Morale can go out the window or up depending on those wins and who's up first and who's talking to you, who's in your ear, and just how things look like they could potentially go down. But with that being said, I believe Rob TV is on the stage with an interview from Punk.
Content creator extraordinaire, one of the best players on planet Earth, and easily one of the most entertaining people in our entire scene, Punk the God. What's going on, bro?
How you doing? I'm doing good today.
Can I start calling you Vicky since your name is Victor? Like Vic?
Nah.
Do some people call you Vic?
Can I call you Robbie?
Yeah, if you let me call you Vicky.
All right.
All right, bet.
All right,
All right,
Robbie.
Vicky.
All right,
Oh, the same time. We might try to start a rap group or something like that. You know, something that's like a bit different, I feel like this season, like, I feel like you guys' team is like kind of more chill. Like there's not really anything, at least up to this point, anything really wild going on around you guys' team. There's not too much, volatility. Would you say that the vibe, would you agree with that? Do you think the vibe is a bit different right now? Not because of the personnel switch up, but just, I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, we're just all content creators, so we just here to have fun, and if we somehow beat people, that's on them. You know, they shouldn't really be losing to people who don't take the game serious. So yeah, we just out here just, doing our thing. We happy we got a little vacation over here in California. Well, nephew lives here. Well, he don't live in SoCal, so yeah, he got a little vacation
still a vacation
too. Justin, Canadian, so he wanted to come to America for the first time and visit, so my first time in America too, because I live over there in the Punk Coast, so yeah.
Oh my goodness. Speaking the whole Punk Coast thing, I remember hearing that from the beginning, bro, of like when I first started seeing you burst into the scene. You remember, Born Free?
Yeah.
You did an interview with Born Free like mad early on, like at some
I don't
tournament
really
in New York.
remember much about it, but I know what interview you talking about.
And I remember one part though where you brought up like the Punk Coast, and you're like, you had no regional pride about like, oh yeah, East Coast better than this, and we like to do that stuff in the FGC just for fun, really.
Yeah.
But sometimes there is some heat behind it for real. Some people really be getting tight. But how come you've never really gotten any type of a regional pride about yourself?
Because I play for myself, I mean, besides here where I have a team, but like I play for myself.
So right now you Panda Coast.
Yeah, right now, no, I'm still Punk Coast.
Okay.
But like, the city is Panda that I'm in right now.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Usually
like
I'm always in the Alpha Academy. That's the city I stay at, but.
Yeah, I know that you from the same type of area that I'm from. Or you from the subs, ain't you? The suburbs, the subs?
Don't try to do that.
You from the subs, right?
Don't do that.
Yeah, but I know you from the same type of area, neighborhood that I'm from, man. So growing up with the ramen noodles and gunshots outside, and you know what I'm saying? Like, how much has the FGC changed your life?
Luckily, I was able to get out the hood, right? So, but I still like the hood. I think it's a very cool place. But maybe it's because when you live there so long, I think it's a cool place,
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, maybe not a cool environment to be around, but
and we know like what not to do.
Yeah, what to do and what not to do. Exactly.
Yeah,
so, it definitely changed because I don't have to live in the hood anymore or deal with that, And I just feel like, all the things I've done and like tournaments I've won, everything's just helped me be able to just live, a better life for myself. And, all of it really thanks to my mom, because she always let me play video games. Like, if I wanted to just come home from school someday and just play video games till I went to bed, she didn't care.
Cool.
Yeah, she didn't care. And, I think that just helped me a lot in life, and it probably got me to where I'm at, because, a lot of parents are strict and they tell their kids, like, spend an hour, 2 hours a day playing, because video games not going to get you anywhere in life, right?
Yeah.
So, luckily my mom wasn't like that, and she did let me and my brothers always play the game because she didn't want us to be in the streets pretty much. So, yes, I'm pretty much lucky that I had a mom who could let me do that.
You probably would have got shot day one.
Yeah, I'm a troll, so
you be talking too much, like But Punk, always a pleasure talking to you, my bro. I'm trying to get even like a longer form talk with you, like sometime while we're still out here and everything, bro. But I'm glad that you've been able to make it up to this point. Now you can wear little shorts and long ass socks and flip flops.
What's wrong with the little shorts?
Right. The shorts are nice, but I don't know why those socks are so long.
I don't understand why people don't like. Nah, that's weird, though.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't like
regular
that.
socks.
Well, so y'all let us know what y'all think I should do in the chat or something.
Yeah, long sock or short sock.
Yeah, but I think long socks are better.
I think the fact that Punk is still, I feel like he's here to play Street Fighter, right? Still here to get the W. Already has championships under his belt.
That's the thing. I mean, we've highlighted this fact with all three of them before. You know, they can be kind of trolly. Not Justin as much, but Nephew and Punk, they could definitely troll the internet a good amount of times. Fact of the matter is, underneath all of that, being content creators, quote unquote, they are some of the finest Street Fighters in the country, if not the world, right? Nephew has really come into his own as the premier Colleen player. Punk, what else can be said? One of the GOATs, one of the best to ever do it. And speaking of some of the best to ever do it, you also have Justin Wong in the wings, right? But moving on into Bandit, when we talk about their synergy, right? We talk about the morale boost. We talk about the energy behind it overall and how effective that has been for their gameplay. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to be affecting them going forward with this particular matchup, right? Panda is going to be a giant step to have to go through, a giant
most definitely.
presence they have to go through, right? So I'm kind of curious to see what the minds are like, what the mindset is for someone like CABA coming in from Team Bandits, and that's going to be with Rob TV right now. Take a look.
Easily the most entertaining player here at Street Fighter League as far as bringing like the super big hype moments to energy, and just one of the most talented players on the sticks, even if he never said a word. My guy, CABA. K-Lo-K, what's going on, brother?
K-Lo-K.
Yo, so CABA, this season is a bit different for you. And so you guys know, obviously, we do have the bull here, MENARD. I feel like kind of disrespectful for not introducing you to, but it's just a CABA interview. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry.
You're just a translator right now. You're not as important as CABA, okay? Let my mans do this. All right. So, this season is a bit different for you. Where last season, Infectious was originally supposed to be on Team Psycho Shinobi. Infectious, Shien, and who was the last person? Hot Dog.
Yeah.
And Hot Dog. But you came in last minute when Infectious couldn't come. But there was a language barrier with all of you guys. You were more quiet, more tranquilo. So how would you say that this season is different for you? How has it been now that you are actually on Team Bandits with your brothers from the Dominican Republic?
Realmente es algo, o sea, donde existe la comunicación, o sea, tú puedes hacer de todo. Se siente como que me siento más completo en este equipo, aunque extraño a mi anterior capitán Hot Dog y a mi amigo Cian, que realmente era un equipo entre nosotros muy fuerte. Y yo no diría que la comunicación fue una barrera de que tan grande, pero en ocasiones sí pudo afectar la estrategia, los consejos que nos podíamos haber dado. Y con ustedes eso no va a faltar nunca, porque aparte de que hablamos el mismo idioma y somos del mismo equipo, de los Bandits, nos entendemos a la perfección. Y eso es algo que definitivamente ayuda demasiado y me inspira, me da mucha confianza el yo poder estar con ustedes hablando. En cualquier momento de aprieto que ustedes me conocen, me digan tranquilo, que tú eres el mejor. Y oye, eso es algo muy lindo. Nada, como quiera lo extraño a Hot Dog y a mi amigo Sim.
He says that it's, a special occasion because it's very different. Communication is everything to him. And even though he misses, his old captain Hot Dog and his friend Shen, and he also feels like communication wasn't such a big issue because they were playing and communicating, but it did affect in certain situations that he couldn't speak the language that they were speaking. And feels is very special to have, two friends that is not only that we can communicate fully, but that we understand each other perfectly. And it's just, very special to him. Like, he misses the old teammates, of course, but it's completely different now.
And one last thing I did want to ask about was, of course, the energy, but not just like, okay, just cheering on your countrymen and stuff like that, right? But is there anything outside of just hyping up his teammates? Like, is CABA, are you also trying to get into your opponent's head at all when you're doing that sort of thing?
Bueno, lo primero es que nosotros como Bandits establecemos reglas, siempre nos preguntamos, o sea, yo le pregunto a Mena ¿puedo hacer esto en este momento? Le pregunto a Hermes, ¿puedo hacer esto en este momento? Si él me dice, no, tú puedes, yo me siento bien, yo lo hago. Lo otro es que para los equipos, cuando tú te refieres a que si algo como que para que le afecte, en lo absoluto, yo apoyo a mi gente de corazón bajo las condiciones del torneo. Si hay alguna regla que me impida yo hacerlo más moderado o no hacerlo, yo me voy a adaptar, yo voy a apoyar a mi equipo de otra forma. Nunca lo hago con la intención de molestar en lo absoluto a nadie, y a cualquier gente que yo le haya molestado le pido disculpas. Esa nunca ha sido mi intención, siempre mi intención es apoyar a mi gente como ellos me apoyan a mí. Y me hace sentir muy bien eso. O sea, a veces que yo pierdo y yo me pongo a apoyar a mi gente y yo como que recupero las energías, recupero los ánimos, recupero el enfoque. Y me encanta demasiado verte, principalmente a ti ganar y a todos mis compañeros de República Dominicana y compañeros también, mis amigos de otros países. Por ejemplo, si hay un pleito que van a jugar, por ejemplo, Tokido vs Punk, y yo voy a Punk, yo siento que puedo, si yo siento que puedo apoyarlo y él gana, yo me voy a sentir bien también. O sea, a mí me gusta apoyar a mi gente.
Well, the first thing he answered was about the headphone thing with the teammates. He basically said that we set boundaries as bandits, that we talk about it, like if it bothers Hermes or myself, he will not do it.
Yeah.
And since we don't care about that, he does it. And the second thing he answered was about the element of getting into the opponent's head. He says his intentions are never that. He mostly does it just to support, and like if he loses and he does it, he feels animated again. He doesn't think about the loss, but about his teammates and the people that he wants to win. And that he is not only like, especially he loves to do it when I'm playing or when Dominican people are playing.
Yeah.
But he says he does it for anybody that he wants to support.
Yeah.
Like if you play and you are his friend and he really wants you to win, he will support you vocally, like that. Like it's not only limited to, oh, I want my people to win, or I want to win. It's mostly just, I want to support this person and I want him to feel it. He says that the main thing is that he doesn't like when two very good players are playing and nobody is doing the, anything, not feeling the emotion, the room is quiet. So it's like, why it's always like this in football and basketball, you feel the hype for the player, but in fighting games, you usually don't see this. So he likes to like hype it up and make it himself. So this is why.
CABA, I will always appreciate you for bringing a ton of hype in game and outside of it. Love you, brother.
Love you.
You know what I'm saying? Much love to my guy. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to you guys' next match going up against Team PANDA.
That's very proper for CABA, to be quite honest with you. Being the hype man and putting on for his community in the way that he knows how should be more than acceptable, to be quite honest with you, man. We've done the same thing in our major scenes and our local scenes as well. We would pop off on everybody in a positive way. We'd be like, yo, man, we want to see these fights happen in the game.
I'll pop off on a baby given the chance. If you're at an FGC event, we're all there for the pop-offs. Grandmas, moms came to an FGC event, bro. It wants to win. I don't want it to win. I'm going to cheer against this baby. Like I said.
Give me this pacifier, baby.
Right? You thought you was going to win. Smack the bottle out of their hand. But no, I think that CABA saying that he's accepted that role is really, really good. Personally, I'm one of those people that I feel like we're going to be in stadiums one day. CABA even saying that we need people to do that for the community so they can see that kind of excitement. And they don't need it, but it naturally comes out. Take it from somebody that likes to make a lot of noise. It just naturally comes out. I love the fact that CABA does this. I love seeing CABA at events yelling his brains out.
It's the best.
And obviously not to offend anybody, as stated, but it gives so much energy to what we do here.
And it's part of the competition. You watch professional like basketball. You watch the NBA. You watch MLB and stuff. I mean, well, not baseball, but definitely basketball, right? Everybody is yelling. You see the free throws happen. People are waving signs. Right. People are doing some fake gestures. It's actually pretty funny. It's wild. It's actually pretty wild. People will count you down if you take too long at the free throw line. Why can't people yell about Street Fighter?
Just saying. It's right there. It's right in front of us. And what you guys have right in front of you is the next match. It's gonna be Punk versus CABA, and it's gonna be Karen versus G. I would love to look at some of these bands. We got a Guile ban from Team Panda, and Bandits will ban Colleen. But here we go.
Round one. Fight.
Are you out to? I think it's supposed to start right with Punk at the helm. as well as CABA's G, right? Just cutting the rest of the letters out of Guile.
It's cool. I'm still playing Guile, just without the rest of his name.
I feel like G's hair is like the exact same, just not in that style. In terms of like length, straight up.
Full conversion here. Push to the corner. Scoopage. Oh, wow. Drops the V skill right there.
Just sweep activation. We've seen these comebacks happen before, but I feel like, you know, if you're CABA, you've seen it from last week. You should be paying attention to it again. Don't let him get any opening.
I like those neutral jumps. He seems that he's paying a lot of attention to those fireballs, so you get from a range and jump just to try to bait out the dash. Oh, wait a minute. This round was looking good for G for a while, but Karen, she always finds a way back.
Oh my God, what a way to end.
Always finds a way back. One bar, working on two here, but full CA and trigger on the side of G. Oh, wow.
Next dash through to get past the V skill usage. That was so smart. Might just come back around with the comeback again. It's happened so many times. The counter hit confirmed from CABA.
Yo, let's go. They legit started chanting one. Let's go.
That's actually godlike. This is a pretty hotly contested in neutral, right? A lot of buttons coming up from CABA, but none of them whiffing too much. The ones that do whiff are mostly baits or counterpulls, like especially that medium kick one. Oh boy.
CABA is talking while he's playing. I was like, is that Mena or D-Make? Is that Hermes? He's like, no, that's actually CABA still talking while he's playing. Okay. Lots of meters still, though. Full CA still on the side of G. Punk working on a full CA right now.
This is a whole different type of play right now coming in from CABA in comparison to how he usually plays.
And in all honesty, that's actually CABA doing that while he's playing. He's talking like this while he's playing. And you can tell, it seems like Punk is really hesitant to get into that range, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
He's so confident. He's pretty much egging Punk on. He's like, yeah, come on. Let me see you swing.
Oh, back throw. I don't know what that was, but it seemed like it was an advantageous situation. I love the pace that they're playing at right now. And the thing is that CABA plays Guile very much in the same way. Really good at controlling that up-close game. G has a lot of great pokes. That standing medium kick, crouch jab, stand jab. And we've seen him really good at converting stand jabs into dash punches. And look at this.
Oh, you overcommitted. You thought you could get a sweep punish on the V reversal, running away with it. 3 seconds. Oh, you could have actually hit. You could have actually whiff punished the Mujin calculate, go for damage and win.
Wow. Okay, let's get back into it. I feel like CABA got to get in there. Gotta get in there, stay focused. Oh, gets the counter here confirmed. That's exactly what I was talking about. That range that Punks likes to play at, that G crouch jab conversion, you've seen it work out many a time. If I'm Punk, I'm looking for it. I'm thinking about it. The whip punish on the V skill. CABA spinning a little meter with the EX, gets the knockdown. I was looking for a command throw. Oh, it's a normal one.
Get the clothesline on him.
Ay, Dios mío. Oh, stand medium kick. I hate that move. Oh, wait a minute. And triggers on the table, too. Forward throw.
Forward throw first, now pushing.
Sweep activation.
You already know what it is, Steve. Watch your legs, though. Back it up just a little bit. I respect that, but do not take to the skies. Punk has been ready for that. One.
That is going to hurt. Look at the carry on this. V-skill. He said he has super. You can't get hit right now. You cannot get hit right now.
Don't even throw out a projectile. He might dash through it and deal a ton of damage.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that. They think that G V-skill while powered up.
Oh my God, in front of him. Don't get hit. It will be critical art and you will die if you make a misstep against Punks. We've seen it before. How is it gonna play out?
Crouching medium kick, 20 seconds just about left on. I can't believe he blocked that.
I can't believe he walked up. I can't believe it's not butter. 17 seconds left on the clock. Full critical art still on the side.
Oh the stand medium kick. What?
Watch
overhead block. No punish.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, the stand medium kick won the game down.
Yo, CABA looked at Punk And then he looked at the team and he yelled at all three of them.
And he looked over at Punk.
Oye, Bruno.
No le pare.
Está perdiendo.
Sí, tú eres más fuerte que
Él es que está perdiendo, él es que se tiene que desesperar. Los antiaéreos tuyos son perfectos, que se vuelva loco él. Tú estás tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Damn, these guys are sick.
I know, right?
These guys are so sick.
Damn bandits. Sick.
CABA.
Yo.
Showing the world what he's about when he's fully unleashed with his fellow brethren from the DR. It's a whole different side.
Dude, people forget that the DR is a strength when it comes to the world of Street Fighter.
Oh. Big button there from that standing union punch. Just taking up so much space. Talking about how normal definitely.
Oh, the wheel kick catches. Gonna be able to get an extension. Wheel kick again. Yep. I already knew what was up. Oh, I thought that was a command throw. Punk just backing up. Has trigger. Not close enough. It was a jump back, so he wasn't close enough to get the follow-up. This is definitely doable for G. No meter, not if you dash up, though.
On the dash and going back to that patience game. That was a huge difference coming in from Punk that round. He was a little bit more active and neutral and closing the space, not afraid of those buffered moments from G. I like that. And he's looking to do so again, probably. Right? Oh, yeah. Ready for that fireball. Spending the meter early.
Playing this range game once again. Oh, the big jumping heavy punch there.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine for G a little bit. Despite being in the deficit, doesn't get really punished for it. But again, those light normals just harassment.
So
he's
much
just occupying
range.
space.
And got to be careful with those fireballs. You know Punk is scouting now. I love seeing that move hit other people besides me.
Big tech. It's important tech, really. Forcing his way out of the corner, because if he took that, it would have been all Oki City population Punk.
I'm telling you right now, if I am CABA, I'm finna spend every ounce of this meter this round. Everything must go.
Damn, is it a garage sale?
It's better than a garage sale, bro. This is thrift store action you're getting right here.
Oh, pure liquidation of the meter as well. Everything for sure must go. Boom, the big hits and the big sale. Thank you, sir. All tied up, one apiece.
Sí, sácalo como tú haces siempre, tranquilo.
Tú estás en casa.
Sácalo, piensa tu juego.
Ese pleito tú te lo sabes. Tú cogiste allí para Caribe. Háblate, está tranquilo. No te estás escuchando, yo creo. Pero todo frío, bro.
One game apiece.
No, espérate. O sea, yo puedo pensar un par de segundos.
Sí, sácalo.
Me gusta ese mundo. Puede que caiga otro mundo.
Mira.
CABA thinking about it, listening to his
te
team as
pegó
well.
pata fuerte y un puño de puño medio. Tiene que tener cuidado con eso. Te hizo un space
When this
trap.
match is over,
Él te entró con
Punk is gonna be like,
EXT.
He's like, right back at you. That'd be sick.
Es peligroso. Te tiró B-Skill. O sea, él se dio cuenta que el B-Skill de él es bueno en ese space. Te tiró el B-Skill para tumbarte. Y básicamente...
Hermes VENATORI giving him
te pegó, fue Space Trap.
Let's go. Ay, espérate, antes de darle, acuérdate que él no es yo. Él no está saltando. Si él se pone de que muy bellaco el neutral, que tú quieras hacerlo para adelante, reemplazarlo con una pata fuerte, que él se vuelva loco.
Sí, y otra cosa, él
taking a lot of time right now to think about it.
Yo no creo que sea buena idea tequearle mucho. Porque tú tiras zapado feo para el de throw y él castiga muy bien.
My man Hermes giving him a whole scripture right now.
A tu juego.
Let's go. Back in. CABA once again playing super solid.
Yeah, we're gonna play that long climb game, really trying to take it down to the final couple of seconds to force even more errors. But that's not gonna be the game Punk wants to play anymore, right? He's already had his taste of that in his first couple of games, and now just a little bit more aggression coming out from Karen.
And that first series looked very similar. Oh wow, neutral jump, medium kick gets out with the splash and the cross up. Look at the stun on Punk's side. You can't take much more here. And you can see CABA walk into this corner to keep the pressure. Sweep activate on the side of Punk and Karen.
Are we gonna see a trigger activation coming in from CABA? Is he gonna be willing to build it, or is he gonna spend it all for via reversal?
Backs up.
I think he's gonna do it now. That could have been so dangerous.
Neutral jump again. We've seen those jump medium kicks work out. Level 3 everything when that trigger's active now. Life lead slightly in favor of CABA right now. My bad. What were you about to say?
I totally forgot, but I'll tell you what, the trigger is winding down. Punk is not going to be in threat of any of it. He's not going to overcommit.
Oh, no, anti-air.
Oh, boy. Oh. A couple of hits, but no conversions. It's going to be huge.
Oh, not
no,
close
too far.
enough. Oh, D reversal gets the knockdown. Punk aware of the time. Crouching medium kick confirmed. That might be
enough, more than enough too. And you saw CABA kind of overextend. You saw the low medium kick. He needs to slow it down after that.
He got the hit. He had meter, you know. Played a little slower. CABA could have had a win right there and could have took the lead in the set. Lead now in favor of Punk and Panda. Oof.
Man, the Buffalo Bill Normal just so strong at medium punch. No biting there from CABA. Trying to get that throw bait out. Not gonna fly here. No counter hits, no conversions. Just a couple straight hits. Gonna be just fine. Trying to find his way out of the corner, but the stand fierces are flailing from both sides now.
Oh, B skill. And that was counter hit. That means CABA probably tried to hit a button right there. Gets the jab, not ready for the follow-up, and this is not looking good for CABA now.
Fantastic for Punk though. Look
all quiet on the Bandits front. That should be the set, and valiant effort for CABA there to take it, to be eliminated from the queue there. Punk gonna go to the end, and NEPHEW stepping up, so I'm assuming that's who's next, but Hermes VENATORI coming up for Bandits, and that's gonna be our next match. But yeah, the whole thing about that was that first game was so good for CABA. And And I honestly feel like that definitely could have been this. That definitely could have been CABA's game.
There were a couple of hits, right? There were a couple of hits that kind of were left on the table, a lot of damage left on the table. Even in games 2 and game 3, CABA had these opportunities, didn't make the most of it, did not feel like he was confident enough to get those stray hits, right? A couple of those crouching jabs could have easily led to Punk's demise, right? Activation of the V trigger, or at least not overextending in certain areas, he would have been just fine, right? You could highlight a bunch of these things that would have led to that victory for CABA. Fact of the matter is, Punk managed to clutch it out. There were situations where he shouldn't have conquered, but if you drop it, he's going to take it. He's going to pick it up and run. So we're going in right now with NEPHEW up next, going up against Hermes VENATORI. Now, NEPHEW has been showing off that rose already from previous weeks. Colleen is going to be the ban choice from Bandits. Just to kind of remind you folks at home, Hermes, however, fully unleashed with that Cammy. We've seen the kind of work he's had with the character, but I kind of want to know if he's able to step it up. We haven't seen too much of it yet.
I feel like this order is perfect for Bandits, though, especially considering how first that close game was. A full-powered Hermes VENATORI right here is really going to be a threat. The Colleen was the target of the ban pick, so you're going to get a full-powered VENATORI here versus a Rose that's been looking better and better throughout this season of Street Fighter League from NEPHEW.
Actually, I love that matchup.
Round 1.
Okay.
Fight.
All right, here we go. Man, I'm very much impressed with NEPHEW's Rose. Anti-air. Okay, big jump in. And CABA instantly just
It's like he's watching a horror movie, man. He sees something happening and he's yelling for dear life. Oh my God. He's screaming bloody murder out there.
Let's go. Yeah, right.
Hermes VENATORI with the Cammy.
And even
NEPHEW with a
is
smile.
having a good time about it. He's like, man, you guys are wrong.
You guys love. Really trying to check what Cammy's trying to do here with some of these pokes coming from Rose. Reset, side switch, ready for the throw. Oh, that soul dimension. Oh my God, that took off a chunk. Oh, no, and the stun. Full CA on the table. Not going to spend it? Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely going to spend it. Double spiral. Critical art intact. Throw him down there.
Soul beam.
Takes a full turn to charge.
Right.
No sun needed.
Me cambió de lado, entonces no pude hacerlo. Sin botón.
All right, we're going into this third round.
I feel like he's getting hurt out there.
Right, exactly. Can we get a camera on CABA to make sure he's okay?
Is someone beating him up?
Wow. Activate.
Oh, that was cool. That was a really cool exchange. But
get under the hair dry. No, that was a really cool exchange. It could have been a lot worse for Hermes VENATORI, actually. So spinning that meter, although it was a wasted entry, got out of trouble while the dash up there. That could have been something big. Still got the hit. Let's go, Hermes VENATORI with the pop-off as well.
Pop-off winning this match off, right? It don't work like that.
Punk.
You can't pop off in a matchup like this.
Yeah, I'm not good.
So he's there.
Just let him walk into you.
Yeah, I think like just your medium button, you could probably just low forward him all day.
Yep.
Round 1. Fight.
That's crazy.
CABA. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, guys. It's hard for me to watch this and not listen to CABA instead of talk myself. I'm gonna just be real.
It's very entertaining for sure, at least for us.
Gets the throw in the corner.
Oh,
gets
God.
the crush, the jump light, cross up, just dash up throw. 3 of them to be exact. And the stun as well. Big damage to be had. Spend it all. One more round. Hermes VENATORI can send NEPHEW out of this team battle and leave only Justin Wong and Punk.
This is pivotal. This is going to be a huge morale boost for the team of Bandits. Big punish. Here comes Hermes VENATORI, still throwing out the medium punches, trying to catch Rose moving forward or limb.
Yo, first off, I completely didn't even notice. There was a V skill change on the side of Hermes VENATORI. Using V skill too this time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The hooligan combination on the way in to close the gap. Big counter hit conversion, getting it this time. He was a little rocky the first time we saw that exchange. Back throw, not enough. One more to go. Can he get it? Can he open up the low? Nephew's not going to give it to him. You better work for this.
Oh, the anti-air. Oh, Soul Dimension teleport to get out of there. Dash up, no throw. It's going to be a crouching jab. Hermes VENATORI takes out NEPHEW, and Bandits erupt. Mena taking the headset off, walking up to the stage, and this is how you know things are working out, right? You got Hermes VENATORI full power, so that means we're going to see Hermes go up against Punk no matter what.
Yes, sir. That is indeed true. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens right now. I mean, you are right in that regard. Hermes VENATORI is going to be gearing up against Punk. After this, it's going to be Punk versus MENARD, both fully unleashed.
There's no way Mena doesn't use Birdie here, right? I mean, I could definitely be wrong.
It really depends. I think there's going to be a blind pick that's going to be established. I swear, if Justin goes MENARD, that'd be sick. But he's not even gonna force that option. You do have the option to ask for a judge to get that blind pick going. I would in the competition.
Hey, personally, you're right though. That's when you use. That's definitely when you use the blind pick. That's definitely when you.
If I do dash jump, he'll do dash punch. You think?
I would neutral jump if I'm just.
Or you could just slap him in the face with a book. Right. Here's some knowledge. Let me hit you with some knowledge.
Let me hit you with some knowledge, young man. Big damage. Oh, wow. The Balrog is out to play again. The platinum gloves. This dude CABA is going quite crazy right now.
When is he not going crazy? Somebody check his heart rate. Oh.
Okay. Slowly but surely. Oh, big jump in and the conversion with the V trigger still going. Lets out the last one. Tries to use that standing heavy punch from MENARD. And those dash punches.
Oh, the dash up.
Gotta be careful. That low is definitely something that got CABA, that got Mena a win in last week's team battle. The dash punch is gonna do it though.
A little bit of a rocky start for both players, to be quite honest with you. MENARD still trying to figure out the ropes as to how Justin wants to navigate or pilot this MENARD, I should say. Justin taking a lot of damage too from just letting that trigger lock and trying to find his own opening. So now it's going to be into this next round of V-Skill 2 to get that plus frame. Charge up in front of him. Justin Wong backing himself into the corner slowly.
Oh, wow. That V-Skill dash punch. Oof. This pressure coming from Mena is just ridiculous. Justin's still in this corner. What about... Oh.
Dash punch yet again, applying this extra pressure. With a low medium kick, EX dash punch gets completely stuffed.
Dash up, kind of trying to fight out of that corner. And you can see Mena backing up just a little bit. That V-Skill.
Oh, this should be a punish, but no, nothing.
Wow.
How to get off the jab, not even spending the bar. This is going to be kind of tough for Justin Wong to climb back up. Yeah, MENARD, even though if he takes this orb, a couple of orbs, it's not going to be too
okay. Got to be careful. Triggers right there, though.
Look at that. He's reading the pages.
Right? He was reading it with the glasses on and everything. Wow. Oh! That's why the neutral jumps are good. No anti-air. Justin in trouble. Crouch jab. V-reversal coming from Mena.
Save him! The knowledge won't help you in a book fight. Oh, or it's a street fight, I should say. Oh, God. Oh, God. He was looking for the answers. He was looking for the answers the entire time, and he found it in a book.
Listen, take a look. Oh, there's that V-skill again.
I'm liking this a lot from Justin Wong, right? Again, a master in defensive play, right? Look, he loves the art of lane. The art of lane. That's Justin Wong.
That's the book he's reading. He's like, how do I get in? You just got to keep turning pages.
Oh, it's coming in.
Whoa, the confirm and the reset. Not able to make anything big happen from it, but Justin has the life lead.
Trade combo.
Uh-oh, there's that V-skill. Got to be careful of this dash punch. Big
you're going to be a ton of damage on the board, and then, look at she's bleeding. Don't get thrown. And yeah, MENARD was also kind of forced that point with the frame traps instead. Keeping Justin Wong aggressive. And here come the triggers. What are you guessing?
And two of those orbs already gone. Reset. I was looking for something bigger there, but.
Let him draw for free. Okay. Yeah, gets the V-skill out. Plus frames incoming. It's got to be from a dash punch, right? It's going to happen sooner or later. Just a matter of when. Oh, boy.
Oh, and that's going to do it. That crouching medium punch to close out the first game. MENARD takes the lead.
This is going to be kind of tough, right? MENARD setting the pace early, looking to have as much of an advantage going into it against Justin Wong find salvage any of this match, any rounds of this match.
You legit here just to say in between. He says this is a tough match. And on top of that, I'm going to tell you right now, having multiple characters like this, having an alternate, having a secondary.
Jesus! It burns. Oh, it hurts. Don't get thrown again.
Wow, this crouching BD, but this is not looking good. If Mena can close this out, they'll have two team members remaining to take on Punk. NEPHEW already out of the equation. Justin was the last leg of defense before it gets to Punk, and you can see him waiting.
Already up to a fantastic start as MENARD, looking at match point, one bar down below, plus frames, a whiff punish. Get that book out of here. Studying's for nerds.
I was just about to say, reading's for nerds. Read these platinum gloves.
Oh my God!
Stun, that's
checking the fine print. I like that. Proofread this.
I need a 5-page book report tomorrow after you get out of the hospital. MENARD takes out Justin Wong from the queue, and now you see Punk going up there. Hermes VENATORI going to be first, and then right after that, if Punk can make it through, it's going to be MENARD.
So going up into it, we're looking at Hermes VENATORI going up against Punk, the last member for Team Panda, by the way. And if anybody can do it, it's definitely him, right? Without a doubt. It's going to be very interesting. Karen versus Cammy is obviously what you're going to see on your screen. And Punk has definitely, without a doubt, played this character, of course, and has had a lot of experience from a variety of cameras all over the globe. We saw his interaction with NL taking it down in their interaction with UIU pretty convincingly with a comeback. So we'll see how different Hermes is going to bring this camera to the table, or how different this gameplay is going to be in comparison to NL. With the help with CABA and the assist, of course.
So first off, let's just say that if Bandits win this would put them at 2-2. That would at least make us have a 3-way tie between Panda, Vodafone Giants, as well as the Bandits. So this is gonna be crazy. A 3-way tie, not even at the halfway point of the season.
Oh damn!
Dive kick works out. Side switch. Punk wasn't ready. Hermes VENATORI with a sizable lead right here. Oh, wow.
What is he screaming at this point?
I have no idea.
Oh, boy.
Big
How did he manage to get that after a block Orochi?
V reversal, punish. All right, gets the V skill, V shift back.
Oh,
man, it walks up into that middle kick, that medium kick.
The stop all button is what that is. Taking up so much space. Nice and easy there from Punk in the first round, at least the way the game went. Oh boy, stand medium punch. We talk about that move a lot. Here comes the forward throw now stuck in this corner. Neutral jump is not going to be the answer. However, reversal. Slight reprieve, but no. Still going to get smoked. The stun is there, and so is the T.
Oh. It's always tea time when Punk's around.
Sí. ¿Qué pata?
Let's go, Punk!
The Burbank part.
Let's go!
My man Punk said, let's go, Punk. That's the next level of Punk. He's going to start referring to himself in third person.
That's true.
He picked V skill 1. Did it right? Bro, she don't have a fireball. What is that going to do?
He's not trying to.
That's
what we were saying the same thing.
Trigger dive kick or something.
That's what's odd about it. Like, why are you using V skill 1 when you know? Bruh. Bro, the throw tech.
What is happening?
Oh wow, I thought it was going to cross up.
That could have been 3 options, right? It could have been the dive. Oh, this is bad. This is actually bad. You put yourself in the corner. You did Punk's job for you? Or for him, I should say. Excuse me. English is hard sometimes.
Oh. Okay. Oh, big damage here, especially with that trigger. That's 1 bar EX. We know Karen can take off a lot, but it won't get the kill, even if gets a hit here.
Oh, you missed a dive kick opportunity? Not quite, but a throw will do it. The tech is there.
Wow, what a tech.
Oh, yo, get out of here.
Wow.
Let's go, Punk! Nice reaction.
I like how he looked up and then said he looked up.
Nice reactions.
I'm going to say that's NEPHEW. I'm going to just say that's NEPHEW. Back throw. Needs to be careful. We saw Punk react to that dive kick.
Oh, you don't want to press the button in between there. The trade combo does happen pretty often after a stand heavy punch that is blocked into the Orochi. Oh, another missed dive kick. Come on now.
Oh, no.
What's happening? Oh, not like this. Oh boy.
And
that was a bunch of spaghetti.
I thought
everywhere.
you hit you super.
Mom's not happy about that.
I knew he did the wrong one. He wanted drill or DP.
2-0.
So
thought that was a lot closer. The way it was going, the way CABA was talking. But even still, a lot of instances.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna call it how I see it. It was blowout. It was definitely some bust ass.
I didn't.
Let's go, Punk. That's what it was. That was the statement. Let's go, Punk. Nice reaction.
My man said nice reaction.
Really have one. It's just to hit you more than you hit him.
Well, I feel like it's just a bully. He just wants to bully.
Yeah, that's like every character.
He only plays bully characters.
Yeah.
Going up into it, we saw a little bit of that conversation with Punk. MENARD coming up to play with that Balrog now.
Last team members on the line right now. Last team members for both teams, Panda and Bandits right here. It's going to be the Capcom Cup champion in MENARD and the self-proclaimed, with the stats to back, best in the world, Punk.
Oh! It's crazy you could be self-proclaimed best in the world and actually prove it time and time again with the consistency that he's done, and still not have those titles under his belt. That was actually
with
wild.
punish. Back throw. Playing a very safe game here, low forward, confirmed to the Tinko. No meter used, almost had a confirm right there. Oh, that could have been big.
Oh, you cannot. That's the thing. You have to be aware of the meter as well, because Karen can close the gap whenever she feels like it. With that EX dash punch, you are not allowed to use that V-skill whenever. You see that? Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, you still press a button after plus frames? How do you take that risk?
Dash punch, V reversal here for Punk. Back throw, and it just seems like it's in fast forward right now for Punk. Lots of meter. Gonna break the other box. just
you're
didn't
actually
even
dead.
answer.
Orochi critical art, you already know. On the other side, more than enough despite the scaling. It was only 2 hits, and boom!
Still alive.
What in the world? Am I bad? Yes, I am. That was actually not even close. I thought it was going to be enough because of the minimum damage scaling.
Oh, shit.
The scaling, yo.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's minimal damage scaling involved. There was 2 jabs. There was 2 hits. But off with the lights? Okay, you got me. You got me.
And now Punk's laughing.
On command.
Yeah, just do it, bro. He like Pokemon. He choose dash.
Out of the 6 options you could have chosen, dash, go.
Come on, just hurry up, bro. You got like just 0% chance of you beating me with Balrog.
I wouldn't know on this side of town in Street Fighter League.
What do you think men are thinking about?
Anyways,
Balrog's kind of tall, 6'6", kind of crazy.
Damn, Balrog 6'6".
I didn't even know that.
I heard you like.
It's because he's 180, right? I mean, he's a beefy man. But like that tall too, I didn't even know. How tall is Mike Tyson?
He's definitely not tall. Mike Tyson like 5'5" or something crazy.
Word. No, he's not 5'5". There's no way. Why did I believe you? God, Steve. You're such a great words. Forward throw now. Punk fully establishing this dominance in the corner. A lot of oppression. No, okay, well, backs off. Doesn't want to overcommit. Okay, that's just fine. Checking with the low, with the movement. Standing heavy punch again with Orochi. But still stealing turns back. He delayed the crouching jab.
It's actually funny because they were talking about, he said there's no chance of you beating me with Balrog. That's what Punk said. Oh, he's 5'10". He's tall, bro. I'm tripping.
You can find that. Oh, boy. Match oh, boy.
No.
You cannot. If you quick rise after that, yeah, it is a free punish. You're not allowed to V-skill in front of it like this.
Oh, didn't get the kill, though. A round would do wonders. A round would do wonders, but this is where Punk gets good.
You are gonna crouching heavy punch and do something like that in front of the Alpha, who's got the reactions. There is so many recovery frames on that.
Punk on set point here versus Bandits. Taking out Hermes VENATORI.
Big interruption, but is it gonna be enough to halt the momentum that is Punk? And the way he's been playing so far, MENARD gonna do a lot more than that. Just has to find a way to get past this defense. You know, we've seen the oppression, we've seen the offense from Punk, but this defense has been pretty impeccable.
I mean, think about it. He's fought Smug so much. He's fought Smug tournament in and tournament out for years on end. You got to be a pretty damn good Balrog to take out somebody like Punk.
One of his roommates too.
Right?
Damn, he was going to lose if I beat him my time.
Something big with the roundhouse. Trigger still active. V reversal on the side of Punk. Must be feeling real confident about scoring this hit and getting the CA. No meter on the side of Balrog.
It's gonna be kind of tough, right? He's gonna need a couple of straight hits. You're actually dead. You're actually dead. And this time, I'm gonna call it. Steve, guess what? He's dead.
He know I'm not dropping that.
You know I'm not dropping that. And Punk brings back Team Panda, seemingly in dangerous territory here versus Bandits, but it's gonna go their favor. Panda takes it over Bandits, getting himself another win on the board. That's gonna put them at 3-1 so far in this season.
Another OCV situation in the hands of Punk this time, scoring the only wins for that team. Only fell short one time to CABA, and it could have been a whole different story if CABA started it off right, getting that win over Punk. It was very much so possible if you take a look at that matchup, but as it turns out, you know, Punk being able to clutch it out as well as take that momentum away from Bandits. Very, very significant, very, very impressive, but not surprising.
Yeah, it's not surprising. I do like the fact that that order really did help Punk and Team Panda, right? It really helped them out considering you had Punk as the last person there. In all honesty, just him still being alive in the queue and having that matchup really did help him out. But it was just an OCV when it comes down to it because it looks like he did all the work this time around.
That's exactly it. Yeah, two wins all across the board. But what is actually impressive from Bandits, right? Hermes VENATORI taking down NEPHEW 2-0. I understand NEPHEW was the target ban. Colleen wasn't on the table, but the fashion that Hermes did it, no pun intended, he actually dismantled NEPHEW pretty well. And then MENARD taking it down against Justin Wong. You even heard Justin Wong on comms. He's like, man, this match was hard, yo. It's just the way that MENARD played it out. Very, very impressive, right? Bandits,
Bandits,
they had the lead. They had the advantage going into it.
Definitely had the advantage.
2 members to 1.
I mean, and then just looking at Hermes, like you said before, Hermes VENATORI definitely did a damn good job taking out Justin there. And honestly, just being able to get a win here and just really get that team cohesion going. That's what you want. But we still have plenty of Street Fighter to play, right? This is still the first half of the season. I like to remind people. I like to remind people because a lot of times you look at the numbers and you're like, man, this isn't going good. But the fact of the matter is, this is only the first half of the season. There's more Street Fighter League to be seen, played, and there's a lot more tiers for us to see here. I'm just saying.
And all of it wouldn't be possible without the support of Astro and those A40 headsets, being able to hear each and every one of these matches coming to you live with the comms on top of it. I don't know if you guys heard or had the volume all the way up like we did, but man, you could hear CABA pretty clear, and all the cheering, all the noise, and everything else, even Punk as well. So again, big shout outs to Astro for being a big part of the FGC for 10 years. Again, check out the Twitch panel below to pick up an A40 headset while we go into this interview with the winners, starring Punk and Rob TV.
Yo, it is good, everyone. It is Punk here with Big Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I just came off this wonderful OCV, so let's ask me some questions.
All right, so Punk, clearly a man of many talents. Right there, the OCV, bro. Is that the first OCV that we've seen this season?
I think so.
Yeah. That's actually our first OCV. Of course, it will be fitting that it would be you to get it. Were you surprised at all? Or did you expect to beat all of them in that situation after it was down to just you?
No, I pretty much kind of expected that maybe I would have to OCV them because NEPHEW is Rose and their characters are pretty good against Rose, and then Justin played also like those lame type of characters. Yeah, I pretty much figured like if I had to OCV, I feel like, you know, I was really confident that I'd get it on this team.
I feel like maybe were they getting in your head at all with the yelling or anything like that?
Oh nah, I don't care about that stuff.
No, I know that it wasn't at all. I actually heard that was only you who screamed like "Let's go Punk," or was that Justin?
Nah, that was me.
Why are you just yelling for yourself like that?
What do you mean? I want to hype myself up. They hype each other up. I'm gonna hype myself up.
I agree with that 100%. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, at the end, do you agree with the idea of Mena going with the ball rock? Because I feel like I know he used it for Justin to try to bully him and stuff like that, but in the end of the day, ball rock versus Karen could be like you know what I'm saying? That can get kind of ugly.
Yeah, that was actually our strategy. Like Justin hovered over Karen for a while just to mess with him and see if he go to Birdie, and then when he hovered over Menard, he went ball. So I just told John, like, just take the hit for me so I can just wash him real quick. And then Justin just picked Menard, and you know, we pretty much outplayed them there. Justin pretty much beat Mena because so Justin actually got the win there.
That's actually extremely smart. Look at the teamwork. Teamwork always gonna make the dream work. And so far, you guys are 3-1 overall as a team. You only have one more game up against NORDAVIND in this half of the season. How are things shaping up for you guys? You know, how are you feeling about your chances going up against NORDAVIND?
I feel very confident. You know, you just ban Luffy, then you know he's just like a filler character for a while. Yeah. So you know he's not even here right now for the first few weeks. You know he's not here, and then you got VEGGEY. He played Birdie. That's a cheap character, so I don't know, kind of. Yeah. And then PHENOM, I don't really like playing that dude. But you know, I think I feel pretty good, especially if they don't ban Colleen. Please don't ban Colleen, because you know me and NEPHEW are Colleen mains. So like, let us play our character, bro.
Can I wear your Givenchy hoodie next episode?
Yeah, sure, man. You know, I always give to the needy. You good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Punk the God. We are at the end of the episode for today, but of course, we do still have Vicious and Steve giving us our final comments, but that will be after the Astro listening.
Let's go, Punk! Let's go!
Nice. He doesn't have his V-trigger. Now he's done. He will slide. Yes. I told you he will slide, yeah. In these situations, he's either gonna slide or jump.
It's good.
It's alright, you play really well. All looks really good. You're crunching medium punch with
no, you got into his mind now.
His tools. He's pressing a lot post mediums, so maybe closer frame trap.
Let's go, Punk! Nice reaction!
Welcome back to Street Fighter League. That's gonna wrap up week 6 here, but it's been ridiculous so far. I mean, we've had a few switch-ups when it comes to the order, and I feel like if we compare this season to the other seasons, it looks like the standings are a lot reachable for every team there, right?
Yeah.
1 or 2 wins can get people back in. Even our first-place team, not that many wins ahead of everybody, and I feel like since we're still in that first half of the season, there's a lot of room to grow.
Oh, no, without a doubt. Let's take a closer look at the standings to see exactly what kind of picture we're painting here with these 6 teams, right? NASR currently in the lead with 4-1, trailing right behind them with their current victory. PANDA sitting nice and comfortable in second place, following through after Vodafone Giants, and you see in 4th NORDAVIND. Down below for the bottom 2 are BANDITS and UYU, but they're still trying to find the wind beneath them to get themselves sailing against the rest of this competition. It's not even close to over yet, as we've only gone through 6 weeks.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, there's still a lot. There's still a lot that could happen in the time that we have left here on Street Fighter League. We've seen it time and time again in some of these seasons. I mean, if you look back at what happened at the last season, that new team NASR came in, and now there are our champions, right? But we got so many new players, so many new teams. I feel like it can flux either way. True. And we can go to this next level. Any one of these teams, I feel like, can turn it around even before maybe we get to the second half of the season. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, and so we saw the matchups between these last couple of teams, right? Vodafone Giants versus NASR. That one was actually quite the banger. We had a lot of surprises there from Vega Patch. We were going through some of these matches, right? It almost went down to the wire because of the momentum that Vodafone Giants were building for themselves. But man, was I surprised when I saw Problem X being able to rock with his Bison.
Rock with the Bison, man. I mean, in all honesty, I keep saying in all honesty, but it's so good. The fact that we get to see him finally play that Bison really did warm my heart. On top of it, it looked kind of scary considering that the team he was playing was like, yo, we got this character in the bag. We know exactly what to do. That first game was kind of scary versus Infectious. It was really scary. And then Problem X just turned it around. So I think the team is finally getting its full, you know, they're riding together, they're playing together, they're talking to each other. Problem X is giving them words of encouragement and even just raw data on how to fight some of these matchups. And I feel like that's perfect because those guys still talk to each other on NASR, but even still having somebody to interject and still say, these are the things you need to focus on, that is something a champion gives you. That's what Problem X does to that team. And there's still killers on that team with Big Bird and Angry Bird. So
yeah, in prime position with that first place, and then moving on to what we just saw, Panda versus Bandits. Talk to me a little bit about that one, right? There was a lot of emotions behind it in terms of, you know, high intensity energy, that kind of emotion coming in from the side of Bandits. We saw Hermes VENATORI do work against NEPHEW. That was pretty significant. And of course, we talked about how that 2-man lead didn't really phase out Punk at all as he managed to clutch it out.
Well, the instance of Punk has always been, since the beginning of Street Fighter League, that you really can't ban him. Now, we have seen a shift in the competition, especially because some of the teams here are a lot stronger, but you still see that holds to be true. Wherever Punk is on the team, he's always a threat. Whether he's at the front and he wins and he can make an OCV, or whether he's at the end and can make an OCV. That's really important. The only difference this season is starting with a loss. You know what I'm saying? They actually did get a loss, and now they have to fight their way back. There's going to be a lot more competition to be had, and still you got a good team behind you. You still got Dark Neff. You still have Justin Wong.
No Hef?
Just saying, man. Just saying, man.
I said Hef. I meant to say Neff. But either way, you know what I was trying to say. NEPHEW's still a very, very valid member of this team. Very much so one of the stronger players, or one of the strongest players of the team, honestly. And you've heard Punk give credit where credit is due. He's like, yo, Neff has really come into his own. And it's actually one of my favorite players to watch because he's so strong. And then same with Justin. You know, Justin's coming back into competitive shape Justin, which is always going to be a threat. But again, we've already gone through those 2 matches already. But we have plenty more going into week 7. Let's take a look at who we have coming up for next week's team battles. It's going to be NORDAVIND going up against Panda, fresh off of that win. Then it's going to be Team UYU versus Bandits.
This is what I want UYU to play as much as possible. I want to see them get in the swing of things and start getting more W's on the board. It's already been an interesting season, but being that we're going to get to see those guys again, we're going to get to see Bandits again, who are just playing better and better overall. They might not be getting those W's, but they're playing better and better overall. Of course, NORDAVIND is another team that's new here, and I still like they're still filling out the swing of things as well. But Panda just came off this OCV victory with Punk. They might be ready for NORDAVIND this time around, so we're gonna see. But that's gonna be next week, week 7. You guys make sure to tune in, but make sure you guys remember to go check out Astro. I just want to say thanks to Astro for being the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League Season 4. I mean, they have customizable speaker tags that you can use and switch them out. I've actually already done that a couple times. They have the swappable boom mics as well, and they have those open backs for clear sound delivery, and that is the A40. So shout outs to Astro for holding us down here for Street Fighter League Season 4.
That's right. Check out the Twitch panel below to pick yours up because you're going to have a lot of time between this week and next week, which is exactly where we're going to see you continuing off with more of these team battles here at Street Fighter League Season 4.
On top of that, it's just the fact that he's been using it in retaliation to jumps, because that is really good. So if you're saying, if you think he's going to do a jump, that's one thing, but the way they're using that prone stance is not the same way that they're trying to apply it. So, oh wow, he had Vega Patch trying to jump again. If he had just stayed there and blocked, he would have had to hold the activation.
Oh boy, he is definitely not blocking. They're calling him out for it. He's not blocking. Keep applying these meaties.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Vega Patch get hit right now.
Don't even throw out a projectile. He might dash through it and deal a ton of damage.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that. They think that G-V skill, while powered up.
Oh my god, in front of him. Don't get hit. It will be critical art and you will die if you make a misstep against Punk. We've seen it before. How is it going to play out?
Crouching medium kick, 20 seconds just about left on. I can't believe he blocked that.
I can't believe he walked up. I can't believe he's not. 17 seconds left on the clock. Full critical art still on the side.
Oh, the medium kick. What?
Watch
overhead block. Don't punish.
No, nothing.